All right, ladies and gents, we are trying a new way of recording my lessons. So here we go. We are starting off on 9.1. Here's your problem of the day. It's a reminder, refresher from 7th grade. We gotta solve the equation. So this first one is mine. And I'm gonna show you how to do this one. So I'm gonna put a line, if it'll let me, line down the middle. There we go. Now I gotta get x all by itself. So I am going to find where x is. It's on this left side here. And I need to get that by itself. So I'm going to make a zero pair with the constant near the variable. The constant near the variable is this 2. So the opposite of -2 is going to be a +2. -2 plus +2 gets you 0, so that cancels out. Whatever I do to one side, I need to do the other side, so I'm going to add 2. That's an ugly 2. So I'm going to add 2. There we go. Okay, I'm left with x all alone over here. Equals 18 plus 2 is 20. Final answer. Now it is your turn. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's pause the video right here and solve the next question on your own. Okay, hopefully you've solved this problem. Remember, put the line down the middle. And you need to make a zero pair with the constant near the variable because we want x all by itself. So I'm going to, instead of a +3, opposite of positive is negative. So I'm going to subtract 3, subtract 3. I am left with x because these cancel out. Not liking me there. X equals 10 minus 3 is 7. If you got x equals 7, you are correct. Okay, moving on to today's work. Our goal for today is we're going to be able to translate an image from a pre-image on a graph. You might be very confused at what these words mean, but let's go over some vocab. A pre-image stands for the very first image that's on a graph. So it's the very first picture that you see is usually a shape on a graph. That is the pre-image because it's the first thing. Then you got this fancy word translation or translate. So we're going to translation just means it's oh, I forgot I was in draw. How do I get out of draw? Oh, not there. Wow. Houston, we have a problem. How do I not draw? Ah, yay. Okay, here we go. Translation just means a slide. So my arrow started here, and then I move it, and now I have translated it. It's in a new spot, but it's the same picture. It did not change sides. It did not change directions. That arrow is still pointing upwards, and it just moves. I can move it wherever I want, but the size doesn't change. Orientation stays the same, and I'll show you what orientation means in a little bit. So translation is just a slide. I'm going to write that. So, go to draw. Slide. Next, we have our image. An image is what happens after the pre-image. So so this arrow stays here. And if I were to copy and paste, aha. So I slid this image to over here. Now this first arrow is my pre-image, or we like to sometimes say like abbreviated to PI, pre-image. That's an ugly P. Then this one would be my image. These are normally labeled as, like, say if this was A. Oh, that's an ugly A. So if this was A, this would be known as A prime. There's supposed to be a little dash up there. A prime. Let's see if I can rewrite it bigger over here. A prime. This little dash is very important. That little apostrophe tells you that it is a prime, which means it is the image after you've already made this arrow. Okay, so I'm going to erase all of this so it's not confusing. Okay. All right. There's that one. Next, orientation. Orientation just means which direction is it? So right now my arrow is facing up. I changed the orientation. Which direction is it facing? It is now facing down. So orientation means it's spinning. Spinning. Is it now, which way is it facing now? It is pointing towards the right. It's pointing towards the left. So which way is the orientation? Is it which direction is it facing? Okay. Transformation is how did this shape transform? We're going to be going over the next few weeks different forms of transformation. Today's transformation is translation. So this form of transformation is a translation, and you will see 4 other ones throughout the next few weeks. And congruent just means they're the same. If I make a copy of this, copy and paste, are these arrows the same? If they are the same, they are congruent. Okay, so those are our vocab words today. So we're going to be translating, aka making a sliding an image from a pre-image on a graph. Okay, so here are our steps. We're going to pick a point on the pre-image and move the direction specified in the problem. So example, we're going to go up 3. Maybe we're going to go left 10, maybe down 5. I don't know. We'll see. Step 2, make your new point and label it with the same letter and add a prime notation. That was that apostrophe I was telling you about. That's super important. Last step, we're going to repeat these 2 steps until all the points have been created. Have been used creating your image. So here are the steps to the left. Those are going to stay there. And now I'm going to do my first example with you. All right, so our instructions are to move 5 units to the left and 3 units up. So step 1, I'm going to pick a point on the pre-image and move it in the direction of the specified problem. So I am going to draw. I'm going to start with T, and so from T, I'm going to put my dot, my cursor on my pen on T. Now I'm going to move up. Actually, well, it says 5 units left, so let's go left first. You can go up first if you'd like, but you don't. If you like to go in order, then you go 5 units to the left, 3 units up. But if you go up 3 units first and then left 5 units, it doesn't matter. You'll get the same direction. So let's go 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I got to go 3 units up. 1, 2, 3. Now, for the sake of showing you, I have made all these lines. Please, for the sake of you not having lines everywhere, please don't do this for every single one of your dots because it's going to get in the way. So, but in that step 2, I am going to add a new point and I'm going to label it with the same letter and add a prime notation. So this was T. This is going to be T prime. Now, I'm going to erase these lines. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, now it says repeat steps 1 and 2 until you've done all the points. So I'm going to go back to red and go to step 2. So I'm going to go to R. And now I'm going to go 5 units to the left, 3 units up. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to put a dot there. And now this one is R prime. Okay. Now I have 2 more to go. I'm going to go to P. I'm going to go left 5, up 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Make a dot in my red. And label it with the same letter, was P prime. Just a little dot dash there. Well, apostrophe. I keep saying dash or whatever. the line. Okay, last but not least, we need A. So I'm going to go over 5, left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 3, 1, 2, 3, put a dot. And I'm label it the same letter, A prime. Last but not least, it's not a step. We probably should have put a step, but we're going to connect our dots. I want to use this fancy pen. Okay, I'm going to connect the dots as best as I can on the screen. Ooh, pretty colors. Now, aside from, if we were doing this on paper, it should look pretty identical to your shape here. All we're doing is sliding. If I were to cut this out and slide it to here, it should match exactly correct. So there's a few ways you can check your work. I noticed that from this dot to do this dot, there's 1, 2, 3 squares, and there's 1, 2, 3 squares here. So that works. And from here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe from here to here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That all checks out. So that they should be the same. Congruent. These are congruent figures. So this is my, pick another fancy pen. This is my image. And this one is my, oh, Mrs. Abbott, you messed up. You did it backwards. I did it backwards, guys. This one is the pre-image because it came first. This is the image. That's what I meant. There we go. Pre-image, image, and that's all we're doing today. So we got a few more minutes. We're going to try to do these next ones together. These ones we're going to do together. So I'm going to kind of pause a little bit more and hopefully you guys can give yourself time to answer my questions. So first things off, please take a minute and read step 1. Step 1 says pick a point on the pre-image and move in the direction specified in the problem. So it says 5 units to the left and 2 units down. So you can pick any point you want. I'm going to start with A. And do I go left or right? Left. So I'm going to go left. I'm going to do it with my cursor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 units up or down? Down. So I'm going to go down. 1, 2, and put a dot. And I'm going to label it same letter. It's A prime. Okay, now I have to do the step 1 and 2 for the next 3 points. So I'm going to take B. I'm going to go left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 2. 1, 2. Put a dot. And it's now B prime. All right, 2 more. Here's D. Go left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2. 1, 2. Put a dot. And this is D prime. Just make sure when you make these that they're definitely above the other letter and they're smaller than these letters. Like that's getting a little too big there. Last but not least, C. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1, 2. So I'm going to put, oops, I missed it. Where did it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Always remember, you can always double recount. That's okay. C prime. Okay, then we're going to connect the dots. There. Okay, did anyone know which one's the image and pre-image? Pre-image came first. Pre-image. So this one has to be the image. All right, let's see if you can do the next one on your own. If you have any questions, let me know.